Good morning students. We are going to discuss about preparations of sodium hydroxide in this video. So sodium hydroxide chemical formula is NaOH and its common name is caustic soda. So sodium hydroxide is also known as caustic soda. It is prepared by the process of electrolysis and the raw material used is common salt. Common salt is sodium chloride NaCl. So you can see that I have drawn a layout of the electrolytic vessel which is used for it. So this electrolytic vessel has got two different chambers which are separated by using a membrane. A membrane divides the electrolytic vessel into two different chambers. One chamber we have got the positive electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the long line shows the positive terminal of the battery. The electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery is known as anode, and the one which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, the short line indicates the negative terminal of the battery, and the one which is connected to the negative terminal is known as the cathode. You can see that there is one inlet for brine. What is brine? Brine is aqueous solution of NaCl. Common salt aqueous solution is known as brine. We have got an inlet for brine. Then there are three different outlets for the three products which are formed. One is chlorine, and chlorine is towards anode. Towards anode, the chamber in which anode is present, we have the product formed as chlorine. The one which is having cathode, we have the product formed as hydrogen gas, and another, the main product is NaOH. So you can see this is brine plus water, or you can say NaCl plus water plus NaOH. So the third outlet is for the caustic soda which is formed in this process. So this layout is very important. Now I will explain to you how the process takes place. The raw material is brine. Brine is aqueous solution of NaCl in water. So these are the two raw materials that we have, NaCl and water. Now we are going to see the different reactions that take place at anode and cathode. So first of all, we will see the reaction at cathode. So you know that cathode is the negative terminal, and when NaCl will be present in water, it will ionize to give Na plus and Cl minus. These are the two ions formed by the ionization of NaCl. Moreover, you have H plus and OH minus coming from water. So basically you have these four types of ions which are present in the solution as the electrolyte. So the electrolyte is aqueous solution of NaCl. So NaCl will have Na plus and Cl minus from sodium chloride, and H plus and OH minus from water. So you know that cathode is the negative terminal, so these two positively charged ions or cation will migrate to cathode due to attractive forces. So now we will see that what reaction takes place at cathode. So on cathode you have got Na plus and H plus. So there are two possibilities, that both of them react or any one of them will undergo reaction. So if Na plus will react, then it will take up an electron and will form sodium atom. But if hydrogen will react, then it will take up an electron and form hydrogen atom. So hydrogen atom is not stable, so you need two hydrogen atoms to form a molecule. So you balance over here, you write 2 this side and 2 H plus, and similarly 2 electrons. So this is the balanced reaction of hydrogen which is possible on cathode. Now we are coming to the first one. You know that sodium is a very reactive metal, and metals have tendency to lose electrons. Now since sodium is a very reactive metal, then it will not have the tendency to accept the electron. If somebody is having tendency to lose electron, it will have a very less tendency of accepting the electron. So here reduction is taking place. Reduction is addition of electron. So sodium ion will have very less tendency to accept the electron. So this reaction will not take place. This reaction will not take place. Instead, reduction of hydrogen ion will take place. So what reaction is taking place at cathode? This is the reaction which is taking place at cathode, and Na will remain as such in the form of Na plus. It will remain in the form of Na plus. And the reaction which is actually taking place at cathode is reduction of hydrogen ion. So on cathode, what reaction occurs? Reduction. So this is more important that you have to remember this. On cathode, reduction is taking place, and whose reduction? Reduction of hydrogen ion is taking place. And what is the product formed at cathode? The product formed at cathode is hydrogen gas is evolved. So upward arrow indicates the formation of a gas. Now we will see what happens at anode. We'll see the reaction of anode. You know that anode is the positively charged electrode. So which ions will migrate to anode? These two ions. Chloride and hydroxide ion will migrate to cathode. So on anode. So these negatively charged ions will migrate to anode. And now we'll see that what happens. On anode, again you have got Cl minus and you have got OH minus. Again there will be a competitive reaction between them, and the winner will be chloride ion. Like we had a competition between sodium ion and hydrogen ion, and the winner was hydrogen ion. Similarly, we will have a competition between chloride ion and hydroxide ion, and we will just see the two possible reactions. What are the two possible reactions? That oxidation of chloride ion takes place and oxidation of hydroxide ion occurs. So if chloride ion is oxidized, then Cl minus will lose an electron and it will form chlorine atom. And you know that chlorine atom is not stable, it must be in the form of molecules. So you have got two Cl over here, Cl2 molecule, and this is the reaction taking place, possible reaction for chloride ion. Now we have for hydroxide ion. Hydroxide, you can see that OH minus will again lose, and if it is losing an electron, so it will form OH and electron. It will lose. But this reaction does not take place, as I told you that this reaction will not occur because the winner was chloride ion. Now question must be coming to your mind that why is the winner chloride ion, why not hydroxide ion? The reason is that oxygen is very electronegative element, and removing electron from oxygen is not easy. What are electronegative elements? Those elements which have tendency to pull the electron pair towards themselves are known as electronegative elements, and because of this property, removing electron from oxygen requires large voltage. So you will study about this in your higher classes. For now, you have to understand that oxygen, being more electronegative, cannot lose electron easily. Instead, chlorine will lose electron, and formation of chlorine gas will take place at anode. So what process is taking place at anode? Oxidation. Oxidation is taking place at anode. And whose oxidation? Chloride ions oxidation is taking place. On cathode, what is happening? Reduction is taking place. Whose reduction? Hydrogen ions reduction. So the winners are hydrogen ion at the cathode and chloride ion at the anode. So the two products we have got, one on the cathode you have got hydrogen gas formation, on the anode you have got chlorine gas formation. Chlorine gas is formed. So you can see over here, see the diagram once again, that on the anode I have seen that the chlorine gas, whenever you draw the diagram, don't make a mistake of writing the opposite. On anode, formation of chlorine gas will occur. On cathode, formation of hydrogen gas will take place. So we have got two different chambers. Now this answer must come to your mind that why we had two different chambers. The purpose of it was that we get pure chlorine and pure hydrogen. Otherwise, if we have the reaction is carried out in the single chamber, then the reaction can take place between chlorine and hydrogen formed. So to get pure form of chlorine and pure form of hydrogen. The reaction was taking place in different chambers. Now coming back to the main product, these are the byproducts of the reaction. Hydrogen gas and chlorine gas are the byproducts of the reaction. Now we will see that what is the main product. The main product was caustic soda, and caustic soda I have still not discussed its formation. So you can see that you have got Na plus is present near cathode. So this Na plus will combine with OH minus. Na plus will combine with OH minus to form NaOH. And where does the formation of NaOH take place? It takes place near cathode. So what are the products formed? The products formed are NaOH near cathode. So this is more important. See here. NaOH is formed near cathode. You have chlorine gas on anode. On anode. Chlorine gas is formed on anode. Hydrogen gas is formed on cathode. So these are the three products of this process. NaOH near cathode, chlorine gas on anode, hydrogen gas on cathode. So when we write down the balanced reaction for the formation of this product, we get it as NaCl plus H2O gives NaOH, which is the main product, caustic soda, plus Cl2 plus H2. So this is the reaction. When we balance it, you write over 2 over here, then again to this side, and so this represents the balanced reaction for formation of caustic soda, and this process is also known as chlor-alkali process. Chlor-alkali process. Why is it called chlor-alkali process? Chlor is coming from chlorine. Alkali is NaOH. You know that what alkali is. Water soluble bases are known as alkali, and sodium hydroxide is a strong base and it is also water soluble. So alkali word is used for sodium hydroxide over here. Chlorine word is derived from chlorine. Chlor is derived from chlorine. So this process is also known as chlor-alkali process. So now we will see that what are the uses of the three. Now we will discuss the preparations of the products formed. For NaOH, sodium hydroxide is used in preparation of soap, detergents. It is also used in paper industry. It is one of the main chemicals used in extraction of aluminium from bauxite ore. So sodium hydroxide's uses I have told you. Now I will discuss about uses of chlorine. You know that chlorine is a chemical used for disinfectant, used as disinfectant. It is also used in preparation of pesticides and in water treatment. Now hydrogen is a fuel. It's a clean fuel which has high calorific value. So we are working towards use of hydrogen as how can we increase our dependency on hydrogen, because hydrogen is a very combustible gas and has got high calorific value. So it has got a great potential for being used as a fuel. Hydrogen is also used in preparation of ammonia and fertilizers. So these are the uses of hydrogen, chlorine and caustic soda. I hope this part is clear to you. In my next video, we will discuss about preparation of other chemicals. Thank you for today.